All right, welcome to another rendition of Math is Easy, Step by Step. Thank you for joining me. In this particular GED type of problem, what I would like to do is go over a word problem. Okay. And I have found in my research there are a number of different type of word problems in both the HiSET and the GED exams. And that might have to do with some of the standards that are being taught in mathematics, and a lot of them are kind of realia or reality-based mathematics. And so that's kind of the current trend right now. So I would like to try to go over these different type of word problems, setting up, organizing facts, reading it, rereading it until you can determine really what's being asked. Those are some strategies. Also, looking at the options A, B, C, and D and try to see and determine if there's a way that you could eliminate one of the options, increasing your odds of just guessing to answer the test questions correctly. Now remember, you are limited on the amount of time that you have when taking these exams. So a test taking strategy right off the bat is to skip the problems that you think might give you difficulty. I don't know about you, but word problems, they give me trouble. And make a note of where that problem is. Come back and answer these problems before you finish the exam. Even if you have to guess, there's no penalties for guessing the answer. Okay, what you want to do is try to eliminate one or two options. That way you have a good chance, good odds in being able to answer that or guess correctly, right? Guess the correct answer. And so I'll go over a few of those different type of strategies throughout all of my videos working on these word type of problems. So please note that a problem like this, you would not be allowed to use your calculator for this problem. So I'm going to go over the skills you need to know and teach you how to manually work this problem. You would need scratch paper, of course, and a pencil to do that. So let's just jump right on there and on in into it, and I'll read the test question. All right, Tammy rented a chainsaw, right? She rented it from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. The payment was a total of $53.04. What was the hourly rental fee? So another strategy, hey, read through this, kind of write down the facts off to the side. I'll go over that later in this video or possibly part two. I'll show you how you can do that with this type of problem. So it's key. You want to make sure you understand what's being asked and what the facts are in order to answer that question being asked. So let's read through again. Tammy rented a chainsaw from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. The payment was a total of $53.04. What was the hourly rental fee? So since they're asking what was the hourly rental fee, you know we're going to have to deal with time, okay? So what is the time? How long is it from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m.? Okay, and also a quick note is we're dealing with money. Money deals with decimals, right? Cents, 4 cents, 10 cents, 50 cents, 95 cents. 0.04 is 4 cents. So you want to kind of keep your answer in decimal form. Another clue would be the options A, B, C, and D options that you see here. Okay, you see all the options are in decimal form. Okay, so you want to keep your answer in decimal form. These are clues that you're looking at to try to determine the best way of answering this particular type of question. All right, was it A, $5.28 per? What was the fee per hour, right? The rental fee per hour. Or was it B, $6.24 per hour? Was the answer C, $6.42 per hour? Or D, $52.28 per hour. Per hour. All right, so let's see here. I'm going to give you a couple of test taking strategies, some things to look for while you're taking this particular type of exam, right? So let's take a look at option D, right? This is a test taking strategy. Let's look at option D, $52.28, right? Was almost the total cost, not the hourly cost, excuse me. Right? So option D, $52.28, was almost the total cost of $53.04. And we know that Tammy had the chainsaw from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. So hey, cross off option D. This will help you. Now you have three options, A, B, or C. Even if you didn't understand or know how to answer this type of question, it's going to help you increase your odds. Okay, so here I'm just going to show you now what that kind of means by using some values. So now you have a 1 out of 3 chance, A, B, and C, to guess the answer correctly, right? That's 1 out of 3. Each of these is a ratio, by the way. 1 out of 3, 1/3, or 33.3%. All of these values are equal to each other. Okay, versus if you didn't use the test taking strategy, you had 1 out of 4 options to guess from, which is 1/4 or 25%. So you can see almost, and you increase your chances by almost 10% by using these test taking strategies, right? It's going to be super helpful for those problems that you don't know how to answer, and maybe you're going to guess, right? So test taking strategies can increase your odds, your percent, your chances of guessing the answer correctly. Okay, I don't like to rush through these videos, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have set up part 2, maybe even part 3, to show you how to first organize the facts in the question for part 2, set up how you're going to answer this question manually in part 2, and then part 3, actually go through the steps needed in the part 3 video in order to show you how to answer these questions. So stick with me. We got 2 more parts. First we'll organize, and then we'll do the math. All right, hey, if you like these videos, please follow, like, and share. Help me get to 10,000 followers. Thank you for joining me. Math is easy. Take it step by step.